Are you ready? We are making a modern version of Moroccan chicken. Now you'll find my traditional version with a few tweaks in my new cookbook, Reflections and Recipes. You can get it on Barnes & Noble or Amazon online, and I'll be doing a book signing tour very soon. But today I've brought in a little lighter flavor. No tomatoes in this one. We're just going to go with butternut squash and ginger and great Moroccan seasonings. So in this pot, I have a red onion and a Spanish onion and some garlic. We're going to saute that down. Then it comes to the chicken. Last night, I took some bone-in chicken thighs, air-dried chicken, bone-in chicken breasts, and some drumsticks. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the sauteed onions, which is a traditional base in the tagine. Now, if you haven't used a tagine, just so you know, when you first get it home, you soak it for many hours, about 4 hours in water. That's for the clay to absorb. Then you rub it with olive oil and a little salt, and you put it in the oven at about 270 degrees for 2 hours. That seasons it, so you know that that part's done. Now let's just take a little olive oil, and we're going to take those beautiful pieces of chicken that we have marinated, and we're going to just start to sear them off. And I'll use this knife right here to slide that around. So we've got some chicken thighs going on, and I'll put in just one more piece for now. We'll do it in batches. Always best to do it in batches, so everything's going to brown evenly. So we'll let that go on either side. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add chicken stock and let that sit. Now in a traditional tagine style, what we can also do, I've made the couscous separately. You can use put the couscous in with boiling chicken stock. It's going to be layers of flavors, so come back, we'll add the figs, the prunes, and so much more.
With that in mind, let's head over to the kitchen now and check in again with Judy Gallagher.
Scott, that was a perfect one to pitch me. Okay, so we've seared off the Moroccan chicken. It sat overnight with ginger and turmeric and Moroccan seasonings and definitely some saffron. So what I did with the saffron is I just put the threads in a little bit of hot water, let it sit, and poured that juice in. Now in our tagine, so we've put in the couscous. Now we're going to put in the chicken stock. We have the seasoning packet all ready to go for the couscous, and that is going to cook along. Like I said, you can cook it separately, but I like to put it just like this. Now we have another piece. We have the big chicken breast that's going to go right there. So what do we do next? We take some pitted prunes, some figs, a few black olives, put that in there, and then another great flavor bomb, preserved lemons. Now preserved lemons are pretty easy to make with boiling water and salt and a little sugar. Takes about 3 weeks, but I found these right in the Olive Bar at Whole Foods, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm going to give it a squeeze, get the juice out, and then I like it very tangy, so I'm going to leave several lemons. Now because it's diced, so it's going to cook at a quicker rate, I'm going to just put it on top. We have the butternut squash. Put a little parsley. We'll do a little more parsley at the end. This is going to go in the oven at 300 degrees. So we have all the clay is working for us and roasting up. Then when we're done, I'm just going to serve it with some naan bread. Today I picked up some whole wheat. And you definitely want a few pieces because you're going to want to dip it in the sauce. So I happen to have some done right here, and this is braised for about an hour. Now the same recipe applies if you would like to use lamb. So you can easily use a lamb shank. I would just cook it for an hour and a half, and then you're going to have the beautiful dish is going to be done, tossed with almonds, and you are ready to go. We're coming back in just a few minutes. Please stay with us.